Now they don't have an ADC on the side of Roster Y. Roster Y would need to pick up an ADC, maybe a Sivir, if ever G2B is not going to be banning that on their side. Oh yes, that's going to be an option here for the side of Roster Y. That is going to be helping out Ritzel in moving forward a bit faster to the side of G2B.
Yeah, Son is still available, in which they can actually fully utilize later on alongside with the Severe. Since it hasn't been taken away by G2 Blacklist, it's going to be a bit of a scary situation for G2, to be honest. For me, KT has drafted such a team fight-oriented composition, denying even KD's Yone, anticipating that this Aatrox is going towards top lane for sure, and lot less options for KD to actually fully utilize to help out the team.
Yeah, picking up the Vladimir, they're going to be picking up KD's jungler last. There's still a Kha'Zix that is available that they could use because the Vi has been picked anyway, so they could give that to KD later on. And now that is going to be it. A hard matchup to fight against. Whenever you pick up a Varus, you know that you're going to have an advantage, especially against an Ezreal. Never mind. They're going to be picking that Varus up to the mid lane, and Xayah is going to be picked up here by Acrobat.
This is insane team fighting again by KT Roster Y. From early game to late game, they can pop off. Disregard the Sona Severe. This is much better. You have decent team fighting. You have the crowd control. Everyone, almost everyone has crowd control. Even the ADCs on KT Roster Y. And G2 Blacklist has to step it up a notch. KD has to outperform though, or else G2 Blacklist is gonna get overpowered.
That is going to be a problem here, though. They picked up the Lee Sin. They need to get the early game in their favor, but they don't really have a lot of champions that could really utilize the early game. Because remember, Aatrox, Vladimir, Ezreal, they need to get their first items first, or at least the Vladimir is going to get a lot of items first, maybe second or third item before the Vladimir pops off. But the Ezreal and the Aatrox are going to be struggling on that first objective, and Roster Y is going to be using that against G2B because Roster Y has a Vi. Vi is so good at the early game, especially in that early game pickup. Whenever you have a Varus on your side, that's an easy kill for them.
It's an easy setup as well for KT Roster Y. Bolt Breaker into the Assault and Battery into Chain of Corruption alongside with the cast. Everyone on G2 Blacklist can be separated and they can easily burst down that single target, gifting KT Roster Y a theoretical numbers advantage for objective teamfights. Now G2 Blacklist has to be more careful in checking out areas, establishing vision. They need to be very, very cautious on where KT Roster Y can actually be on the map. They have to amplify their strengths as well in the early game. We talked about KD's performance compared to Do, especially in yesterday, seeing more potential on KD, especially on his unit yesterday's games. But this time on the Lee Sin, he has to really help out the team. He has to secure the first blood objectives, maybe get a couple of steals against Do, because this comp of KT is very, very scary.
Yeah, what they need to do on the side of G2B is to pick up the Vladimir, let the Vladimir scale up until the late game, and that is what you need on this team together with Golden Kite, so they need that damage up. So Lee Sin, KD would really need to push the boundaries here, but now in the early game, Luna is just winning this fight just because when you have an ADC, especially a Xayah at level 1 and picking up the second skill, that is where the Xayah is going to have that advantage in the first or early trades in that battle.
You have additional attack speed, you have the passive procs as well with the feathers, additional DPS just to win that level 1 skirmish. Now early dominance being established here by KT Roster Y, at least in the mid lane. Top lane as well, Ime seems to be having a bit of a problem, but not too much. Regardless, he is going to be able to free hit later on, or at least secure those CS in the laning phase. Bottom lane is where we should see G2 Blacklist try to be a bit more aggressive because they have the Nautilus and the Ezreal.
Yeah, considering that they also went to the top side of the map, we're going to be expecting KD to go into bot lane to get that first gank after getting the blue buff. So with that, we can definitely see where they're going to go. It's a good thing they had the ward there. Roster Y knows that he's on the bottom side of the map. They need to be a bit more careful.
Yeah, because top side can be ganked, mid lane can be ganked, they have crowd control. This is the leverage that KT Roster Y actually has in this composition that they have. Almost anyone can help out the initiate for a skirmish. They have the crowd control except for just top lane, but this Gwen of Ratel is still going to be able to dish out a lot of damage.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough for them because on the side of Roster.RY, you do have a lot of damage, they do have a lot of setups, and not punishing an ADC in the early game, especially that Xayah in the mid lane, is gonna be a problem for them. But KD, now in the bot lane, have a Dragon's Rage angle here if ever he goes in. He does have an angle, he could go for it right now. Zera's gonna be his circuit, they have the dredge line, but it's not gonna work out. 3 flashes were used in that fight.
Yeah, KD tried to set up for the Dragon's Rage.
Yeah, they get the dress line, they're gonna go in. Zero doesn't have any more flash, and that's gonna be the first blood to the side of G2B.
They re-engage, you take the kill, and disregard the presence of though. It was a bit too late already to help out the team, and G2 Blacklist gets the early leverage.
Yeah, getting that first advantage gonna be important, especially if you have a Lee Sin on your team. But remember, Daw's in the area, could go for the ultimate. Cease and desist is gonna be an easy setup, but let's take a look at that replay again.
Because they disengaged already. Daw actually wanted to go towards the Krugs, but KD immediately went out to follow up the dredge line of draw, and everyone committed as well. So Daw, being too late in that scenario, made a bit of a mistake.
That was a bit too far away though. I thought Daw is gonna be going in, charging the Bolt Breaker was his signal to go in, but because he knew that that was not going to survive that, he really didn't commit. But that could have netted them something in order for them to save that support that they have there. But right now, from what we're seeing, advantage to the side of G2B is going to be welcome anytime.
And they have vision as well towards Daw in his position in taking out the Gromp. So again, KD can work around possibly towards mid lane or bottom lane again to help out Draw and Golden Kite. However, top lane can be something in which he can gank as well, since Ime is already at level 5, in which that Aatrox does have a lot of crowd control to help out KD. Mid lane is going to be a spotted out Lee Sin at least with a ward. And Aaron, I think, will just clear out this wave.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of expected here because if the draft is going to be like this, what could have been great about this for the team is if they had a Jax. A Jax could have been good here on a double ADC matchup. But because they don't have, that's going to be where they struggle. Daw is already on the bottom side of the map. They don't have vision in where Daw is. The G2B is not going to be defending that at this area. Dragon's Rage is going to be used. Rattel is going to be left alone. Ime is here to help him out. And they could go in. Flash is in. Rattel is low HP, but they have the damage. Sonic Wave is going to connect, and they get another kill.
And that's what we talked about earlier. The crowd controls that the Aatrox has to help out the Lee Sin is there for G2 Blacklist. Rattel tried to stop and stall out the steal there, or the invade of KD onto the blue buff of Daw as Daw was going towards the blue buff of KD. But the answer of G2 Blacklist is engaged because they know they can pin down the Gwen, especially at this early state of this game.
Yeah, wave stage is still good. What they want for the side of G2B is to get that advantage in the early game so that they can secure the objective that they want to go for. Now, we want to go for the Dragon first, getting that stat advantage against Roster.RY. And now on the other side, Roster.RY is going for the Rift Herald first.
And KT.RY trying to, as well, just interfere.
Ooh! Explosive gas not gonna hit, not connected to anything. Golden Kite went in. We have to hold onto this side though. Golden Kite still getting some damage from Luna. I think G2B is just gonna be taking this for free, but Daw also got the trade on the other side.
Just cutting down the wave as well in the top lane through Rattel. Possibly RH used already into the mid lane, but bottom lane.
Yep. Gonna be pushing for the kill. Almost got the dredge line there. They still have the Sonic Wave, but they're not gonna follow through. Don't have enough damage on this side, so G2B is not gonna be taking that. But mid lane, remember, has been taken down.
And a second charge as well by Shelly. That is actually much more valuable this time around for KT.RY. Mid lane unable to be defended by Aaron alone. And since KD as well was not there, wasn't able to help out that much, as G2 Blacklist was trying to set up for bottom lane.
Goes in for the dredge line, just to push him away. G2B is not going to be doing anything here. They are just going to be leaving this tower alone. But Daw is in the area. What's scary about this, if ever they try to go for a cease and desist, this could be a free kill.
We have seen a bit of a buff on the scaling objectives, especially because of the Dragon Soul additional stats. And this is why we kind of lean towards securing a lot more on those late game scaling objectives like dragons. KT.RY did focus more a little bit on the RH, but that is because they wanted to at least equalize the amount of gold compared to what G2 Blacklist has started in this game because of those 2 kills. Now that they've done it, they're down, they're actually ahead by 500 gold. What's next? The next objective of KT.RY should be denying G2 Blacklist of Soul Point.
Yeah, I'm gonna be waiting for the soul later on, but for now,
Almost immediately. It only takes like one refresh or something. I'm
Yeah,
not
for
a
sure.
techie guy, so I don't know.
yeah, for sure. I think that's what they're gonna do here for the team. So I hope that. Okay, I think the problem has been solved already. That
Alright.
was a bit fast. We're back in the game, everybody, and now we were talking about the gold advantage that they had here on the top side of the map. We've seen them, but right now the snip has already been used, and now the needlework from Bertel. He thought that somebody was there, forcing him out of that needlework.
Yeah, just popping out the ult so that Ratel won't be able to fully utilize his abilities, at least for a bit of while. And that can help out G2 Blacklist be able to finally secure this top lane turret, because they lost their mid lane already. KT.RY is responding with grouping up in the bottom side, maybe to get some leverage in preparation for the second objective as well, for the second dragon. Through Barrage did connect onto Ratel, just pressuring him more, and he lost a turret play.
Yeah, got a lot of plays on their side, but remember, Rolster-Y still has the advantage here. Remember how slow the game is whenever we're talking about Rolster-Y, and they are just gonna slowly get any towers that they can. Right now, they're gonna be diving on Ime. Ime doesn't have any more Darken Blades, but it doesn't matter, was able to flash away.
Yeah, especially because the Chain of Corruption wasn't used early enough.
Ooh.
But they got the tower.
Yeah. That's still a good thing though. Rolster-Y really wanted to go for the tower, because if they didn't get the kill, the tower is going to be on their side, and now they're aware that members of G2B are already here. Daw is going to be here, gets a Dragon Trade, knocks up 2, and Zero is going to be left alone here, uses the flash to run away, and now Rolster-Y is still safe.
At the end of that as well, KT.RY did get the better benefit compared to G2 Blacklist, because not only were they able to prevent the engage from G2 Blacklist, they were able to get the tower and deny the top lane tower taking of G2.
Yeah, 1v1, Golden Kite still has a lot of damage, but the snip from Ratel still deals a lot of damage together with the needlework. That's why he was forced to run away with the Arcane Shift.
Yeah, so just disengage, KT was able to recover the initial mishaps that they were experiencing against G2 Blacklist from those 2 kills. 2 towers as well were already taken in mid lane and bottom lane, in which they only need to secure top lane, and that would give them so much map control.
Yeah, right now on top side, gonna be taking the tower. That's gonna be a tower takedown for the side of G2B. 2-1 to get a Chain of Corruption and Aaron, forcing the flash from him.
That's so much pressure already coming from just 3 members of KT.RY, because every single one of those has crowd control. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what's scary about this lineup though. Whenever they try to go for Aaron, if they get the CC lock, especially if they get that first Chain of Corruption on them, that is gonna be scary. But now G2B, it's gonna be on the top side of the map, forcing a dredge line, wasn't able to connect. They are still not done. KD could go for a push. They go for the dredge line, they go for Acrobat, they use the stasis, and now that's gonna be a Dragon's Rage to get the hit. They get another kill. Zero's gonna be next, body slams away. Aaron's too fast, and he's gonna be chasing down Zero. Luna right here onto the top side. He's gonna be chased down, slows on the Sanguine Pool, and this Sonic Wave. Okay, Aaron gets the kill.
Great gold funneling on the side of Aaron. Daw cut out, pull
Yeah.
back.
Gonna be forced away. Now that's gonna be a hit with the dredge line. It's gonna connect, and that's why they get advantage. 4 members are down, and they can go for the Drake. Ratel is still trying to push away KD out of the objective.
Ooh.
That is
So
not
close.
gonna be good for the side of Rolster-Y.
They don't have their jungler, and G2 Blacklist can pressure for soul point.
Yeah, they still don't have their jungler. Time's gonna be nigh. Rolster-Y is gonna be taking this. Golden Kite is gonna be pushing back Ratel. It's gonna be exhausting this guy, but right now that objective is gonna be there. It's raw. Stuff alone. Dredge Line's not gonna connect. And G2B is gonna be running away from this fight. I think this position is not good. Draw might die in the process, but now
Still
Ratel
alive.
was able to get it. Zero goes in for the body slam. He's not gonna get the kill. Here comes a flash from Ime, and they
What?
get the kill in the end.
They got it, especially with the Darken Blade slam by Ime. And KT.RY wasn't able to deny soul point. They lost a member as well. Now bot lane is being pressured.
Ooh, Ratel doesn't have a lot more HP. KD wants to go for the kill. True shot barrage not gonna hit. Dragon's Wrist connects.
Oh,
He has the flash
5
to go
points.
away. And Aaron could go in. But right now they don't need it. Ime almost dies.
Now Zero as well almost died just from the Hemo Plague of Aaron. And again, suddenly, G2 Blacklist, after timing the utilities of KT.RY, especially when they tried to target Aaron, In the mid lane, they perfectly responded with a team fight setup in the top lane. And we look at the replay as well in the Dragon Pit, in which G2 Blacklist through draw initiated again. And the best part about this is that Raw was able to escape and also taunt the members of KT.RY. The cast were used by Zero just to take him down, and everyone was already overextended. That allowed Ime to just slam his sword down to KT.RY.
And with that, a 5k gold lead, almost 6k for the side of G2B. No kills just yet for WRL. We were talking about how this team really needs to get their ADC up, and even the Gwen from Mattel. Right now, G2B has their sights on getting those items for Aaron and even for Golden Kite. And right now is the time. And right now, they know that they have advantage on these objectives. They have the gold advantage. They have the item advantage. They can definitely win this fight.
The only member on the KT.RY side that has 2 items so far is Rappel, but the rest are definitely struggling. G2 Blacklist, almost everyone as well, has been able to pick up at least 2 items in their inventory already. They're starting to pop off this composition skills massively towards the late game as well. The Vladimir is going to be able to deal tons of damage, and with G2 Blacklist starting the Baron already.
No vision in the Baron. They saw somebody walking on the Tri-Brush a while ago, 3k HP, and that's going to be a 12 minutes. And they already got the Baron. No contest on their side. KD's going to take it. That's going to be the bait. WRL is here, but everybody's running away.
They have to. G2 Blacklist getting the Baron for absolutely free. And that's the thing. When G2 Blacklist has leverage, they always take the Baron early. Take note. KT.RY has been able to come back in this type of situation before. Yesterday, they were down 11,000 gold lead, but they still were able to come back. That is what G2 Blacklist should prevent happening in this game.
Yeah, they shouldn't do a replay of what happened yesterday. And with the Baron on their side, they need to find a way to push as fast as they could. Don't really have massive wave clear on the side of WRL. They only have the piercing arrows from Acrobat. But that might be enough. Look at the other lanes. Other lanes are pushing. Bot lane is going to be taken down by G2B.
Slowly but surely, they are reaching towards the main base here of KT.RY, getting all the outer turrets taken down, knocking onto the inhibitor towers as well in the bottom lane. G2 Blacklist playing patiently, slowly and meticulously this time around. Aaron as well has a good flank in case they overextend.
Ooh.
I did not connect.
Yeah, almost connects. G2B. From what we're seeing here, they would want to go for the push as fast as they could. Yeah, the range, they got the push. Luna's gonna be forced back. They got the tower on the top side. WRL doesn't have one member, and Dragon Strength was perfect! And now that's gonna be it with the knockup from the Dredge line. They're gonna be coming through, but members are dying one by one. They got 3 members still alive, but they still have the mid lane. The bottom lane has been pushed, but remember, top side is being pushed.
Top side is still alive for KT.RY. They lost 2 members. G2B has lost 2 members as well, but it's a big value as well regardless, because they got 2 inhibitor towers down already on KT.RY's base. 14 minutes in as well, so they can still prepare for the last remaining elemental dragon and secure soul.
Yep, massive shutdown goals was taken by the side of WRL just because of that fight. Remember, that fight was a 4v5 and they still got 2 kills out of that. Now the dragon is on the sights of WRL. They want to deny the soul coming in from the side of G2B. That's what they want to do, but right now, G2B is in position. They still have KD alive. They're pushing back the members of WRL. Aaron is just so fed right now.
Yeah, vision as well onto the Dragon Pit. KT.RY can still turn.
Yeah, Dom might go for the steal. Right now, so far away. He wants to go for the kill as fast as he could, but he has a crown. So with the crown, he has the advantage if he wants to take a fight. Ratzel is also in the area, and they want to push back the members of G2B, but they need to push out the other waves that they have here.
Big responsibility for KT.RY to have the best kind of wombo combo here to set up for this team fight. Ratzel as well needs to be in prime position to get this damage dealt towards G2 Blacklist members. There's a barrage comes in. The line did not connect. Red charge.
Get vision and off. Try to go for the push and go to the back line. Cease and desist is going to be used. They have the stasis. Still pushing back, but right now the members of G2B going to be able to get one kill. Daw is going to be down. They have the jungler down, so this dragon is going to be theirs.
They immediately turn onto the dragon as well. They want to secure the soul, and KT.RY has nothing to do anymore in this area. They let the dragon be taken. The arrow did not connect onto the ice dragon. And G2B gets soul.
Gets timing right, and now G2B has advantage. With Daw out of the picture, can go for any objective that they want. They're going to go to the top side, but they have the Baron on sides.
They want to secure double trouble here against KT.RY. 16 minutes in, we see a one-sided scenario favoring G2 Blacklist, and looks like they're prepping up for the finale.
Ooh, they get it. Get all the objectives, they get the advantage, and right now with the Baron on their side, they can go for the push. They have to just put somebody on the top side of the map just to go for the push there. They could definitely end this game.
Yeah, they have the leverage already in pushing power through the Baron. They have as well massive stats on their side because of the soul that they have secured. And this is going to be very challenging here for KT.RY. Infernal Soul is so troubling, especially because it was buffed up as well. And G2 Blacklist are going to be able to fully utilize it on an Ezreal comp.
Yeah, it's really easy to proc that, especially when you have a lot of poke comps. So with this, what they can do for the side of G2B is just to leverage this advantage. And together with the Baron and also the push that they have, no inhibitors on the mid lane and the bot side, this would be easier for them to go for the push if ever they need to. Top side is being taken down one by one.
Slowly but surely, Corruption did not connect, and that's Hemoplague as a response.
Yeah, they use it on Zero. They're gonna be pushing. Topside is gonna be taken down. This is gonna be the last hurrah. Rolls are wide. This is gonna be their last chance to go for the fight. Luna got hit. One more could have been the end of it. And right now they're gonna go for more. G2B goes in. Sanguine Pool is gonna be used by Aaron to survive. Right now they're gonna go for the push. Right now their target is the Nexus, in their first game is gonna be taken by G2B.
All seriousness this time around for G2 Blacklist. They don't mess around anymore, and they take the game without hesitation.
Yeah, they're gonna be taking the first game. All advantages were on their side. That's why all smiles on their faces, because they know they got the win. Pretty much a really